about the couple that did not see their blind spots and then they realized it?
So they don't know what they don't know because they don't know.
Makes sense to me.
Sounds like it happens.
Sense.
Perfect
Aren't you
happen.
glad you joined us for Coffee with Ken?
You don't know what you don't know.
You don't know what you don't know.
Because you don't know what you don't know.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us for Coffee with Ken. This is Ken Brown. He's CEO of
Good
Dassey
morning.
Global. And we're here with Bush McCracken. He's general manager. And I'm Dr. April Brown, executive vice president of coaching here. And we're so glad you joined us.
Yes.
And we're talking about blind spots. And that we don't know we have blind spots. You may think that you know, and you may think that you see it all, you know what's going on, but you don't always see those blind spots.
But then they wouldn't be called blind spots.
That's right. Yeah.
And blind spots are can become very startling, especially when you're getting ready to change lane, referring to the car next to you that you can't see, and you start to, when you get a honk and it jolts you back into reality. And
think that you're,
exactly.
you're totally like, because you don't see it. Like
Yep.
what you see seems like nothing, no problem is there.
Or, in the recent situation that we had in our family is that a situation happened where a car wasn't functioning, and the knee-jerk reaction would be, because that was such a harsh experience, to just replace it and get what you want, even if it doesn't align with your goals and your short-term ability to afford it. So you have to know that there can be those blind spots, is realizing, and the good thing about people that are growing is they stopped and paused, and before they took action on that, they sought counsel. Because it's not actually the initial things, as April has taught me over and over again, it's not the initial action, it's the response after recognizing what the situation was.
Yeah.
And avoiding it.
It was a good, a mature response to say, you're right.
Yes.
I
Yes.
see that this is not a good thing. And we're referring to our son who has a good job, but there hasn't always been, as far as how many hours he's working, there hasn't. So right now he has all these hours making all this money, but that's not stable. Like, that's not what he's gonna, there's no proof that that's what's gonna continue.
And even if that did happen, it still doesn't align with our core teachings. But we have to allow them to process through that, to come to the realization. And April did a fantastic job of instructing and just bringing them back to, because I was busy doing something else and could not give that the full attention that it needed. And April was able to give some really good counsel and actually realize that everyone that will work on your car is not truthful. And that can cause a lot of the fear because there was a fear response. Oh my gosh, my car is totaled, which wasn't true.
Yeah. So just evaluating like everything, stopping, not just having those knee jerk reactions and impulsivity, and just saying, okay, this is what I've heard. This is what, getting a second opinion. Do we need a second opinion? Like, just looking at the full thing, not overreacting, not underreacting.
Right.
Just like, let's look at this clearly.
But letting them walk through the process on their own to realize, I can't really afford that. That is a lesson within itself.
Well, asking powerful questions.
Yes.
Is this a consistent thing that you would know that you would be able to afford?
So true.
Long term.
So true.
And you're stuck with a car payment and don't have.
And the realization is, this isn't about what mom and dad can afford. It's about what you can afford.
But just like
you know what I'm talking about. No, but hey, stop it. Well, it's just the reality of knowing that there's going to be provision for you if you just stay focused, and things will work out. They always do. The Creator is in charge, and if you're involving Him in your life and your decisions, He is so faithful to step into those and bring clarity.
But just like, it's really just an awareness that you have blind spots, because, and asking other people, am I seeing everything clearly on this, and to seek that wise counsel, because there's a lot of times that we don't see things clearly, and we might have some blind spots, and really that's where it is when people give you instruction, it is to really like listen and say thank you for that feedback, because and take what we need to from it, and sometimes we need to just regard some of it.
Disregard.
Say,
yeah.
But some of it is just like, hey, I need to look at this. I need to examine, is there some truth here? Are there some things that I can look at and change and receive what other people might be telling you, because you may have some blind spots.
So
you may
true.
Not know. You don't know what you don't know, that you don't know it.
That is so true. And, that just pours back into is sometimes even the experts in the situation, because if you look at the value of something and the cost to repair it, and then these experts will tell you, oh, well, that's no longer functional or no longer reasonable, because you're putting more into it than the cost of the vehicle. And then you look at it and you go, but that vehicle is in great shape, and it just needs this done, and then it's going to last another 2 years at least, that then that person would be able to save up and buy anything that they wanted, is a smart thing. And you just look at them and say, yeah, thanks for the input. No, thank you. Right? And that's really where you can find yourself as someone giving you something, and it can make sense logically, but it doesn't make fundamental sense when you look at the real value of what you own, what you have to offer, and realize that, hey, this is the answer. And it sometimes goes against with, sometimes what I've looked at is in the heavenly realm. If we looked at this and said, oh, what about Destiny Global? And this is the second week in a row we're kind of talking about this. But if you talk about Destiny Global, if you looked at it just pure on the number sheet, this wouldn't be the one to just say, hey, I'm going to go hang my hat on and buy. But when you look at the return in people's lives, and you look at the growth in people that you and I and Jackie and Carmen and our coaches pour into, and our community members pour into each other. If you look at the wedding that at Gibb and Nicole's wedding, and look at the pouring in and support for getting their life started together and how to do things, and you look at Hannah, and you look at Gio, who we talked about last week, and you look at Janana and Chris Walls, and you look at Aaron and Sarah Beck. You look at people who's just propelling because of what we're doing. That is the answer. That's the why. You said that last week too, is what is your why?
Yeah.
This is the why, because we know it changes lives.
So true.
Changes lives.
So true. And we were talking in the beginning about a couple.
Let's talk about that couple.
Yeah.
Because
they had some blind spots, kind of went their own way, thought they had it.
Yeah, they had decided to step away from events for a period of time because of some changes that were going on, and they realized that they needed to come back. And in coming back, and I'm going to say their names, Jordan and Haley Moon are skyrocketing right now because of their just stepping back in, absorbing, and really, really, I'd say the first time there was some depth there. But this right here is like a tree planted by the water. Man, it is being fueled.
Yeah,
and
when
their growth.
When they were here before, it was before their marriage.
Right.
And so to see them having gotten married, kind of stepping back, and then coming back full force, so committed, and doing the coaching, Ignite Your Life. They're just in all this stuff, and then posting that basically after this last event, she came out of there, had really struggled with confidence. Now it's just so confident out of 10 of believing that she can be successful, and the things that she's doing and starting new stuff, and it's just awesome to see.
Yes, and that we get to be a part of that and helping her achieve her goals. And
traveling.
Yes.
I never thought that they would travel, going on all these exotic
They went to
places.
Greece.
And
The only grease you and I have been to is a grease in our frying pan, because we've been busy. So y'all got one up on us. There you go. Yes,
them just
beautiful.
Really living the life that they design and want.
Because you know why that's so important? Because you always put that off until you're going to retire. And you and I have learned harsh lessons here with our own family where life takes an unexpected turn, and now they graduated to eternity, and there's so many things left on earth that they did not get to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So start living now. Get your dreams, put it in motion,
Yes.
do it.
yeah.
And these skills that we're talking about were learned at First Steps to Success.
Yeah. And we've been, just kind of touching on that, we have been sold a bill of goods. That it is just your 401k, and not that you don't have that, but like that's what you rely on. That's what you live for,
Yeah.
to just retire,
Yeah.
and then you'll go live your life, get the boat, travel, whatever. And it's like really living your life the way you want it
So true.
and designing it.
And we flip things upside down because sometimes we eat breakfast for dinner. We don't listen to, did you just have eggs for breakfast? Go to other countries and see that's not even what they do.
I know.
It's
you
crazy.
See different cultures.
Oh gosh, it's like crazy. So
Yeah.
just live outside the box, draw your own lines, but
Mhm.
be faithful in what you're doing and be committed to your financial objectives.
Yeah. So how do we learn all this stuff? Butch,
At an event that we always.
can you hear?
Thank you. We have a new addition to our Coffee with Ken. At First Steps to Success, we'll teach you the skills to do that, to design your life and to live it on purpose rather than by accident.
Oh, look at
That's
Butch dropping
right.
those
Right?
bombs. January 31st through February 2nd, 2025, Dallas, Texas, at
Yes.
the Hilton Park Cities. It is going to be fabulous, and a great
Yes.
hotel too. Great
Yeah.
location, everything about. We really like this place.
And
So
get
Yeah.
your tickets now.
Yes.
go get
Go
them.
get
Get
The
your
link
hotel.
below.
Please don't wait. You know,
No,
we have so
don't
many.
wait to the last minute.
They
People
call
have
Butch and say, "I
waited.
can't get my hotel." Well, we're telling you now, go get it.
Yes.
Because it's going to sell out.
Yeah.
I can already, guys, every event we've been growing, and largely because of you and our faithful clients who are inviting new people. And if this is your first time listening to Coffee with Ken, you know what? Get your tickets too, because we want you there, because we want you to succeed. 2025 to be the year of
That's right.
tremendous growth and breakthrough for you.
We have in person or virtual. We'd love to see you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like you in
that way.
person, but you can
Yeah.
see us. If you can't make it, we understand there are virtual is an option, but it's not the first option.
Yes. So get your tickets there below. Click on the link, and let's start 2025.
Fire.
Yes.
Yes.
On fire.
Let's do that.
Let's go.
And so thanks for joining us for this episode of Coffee with Ken. We'll see you next time right here. Bye.
Same time, same station.
See
See
you
you
again.
soon.